Welcome to Lesson 4 in Unit 1, Life in the Rainforest. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, why do plants and animals live in different places? In this lesson, students complete a matching exercise, view habitat posters, and read a book to figure out that animals live in environments that fit their needs. Students figure out that animals live in an environment where they can get what they need. Students make connections to the storyline by reading about how the cocoa tree gets what it needs from the rainforest. There are several opportunities for ELA and math cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 1 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 5 days to complete. For the Engage portion, you'll show students the rainforest poster from Lesson 1 and ask what they notice about the plants and animals pictured and why they think some live near the water and others live up in the trees. You'll revisit the driving question board and add any new questions and highlight others connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about how plants and animals get what they need to survive. For the Explore portion, you'll put students into groups and give each group a bag of plastic animals from the MySci kit and the Animal Environment Matching student journal page. You'll tell students that the plastic animals are models representing real animals. You can post and discuss the model vocabulary card. Students will physically place the animals on the journal page in the labeled environment in which they think the animals live. You can display this slide to show students a visual of each environment and post the environment vocabulary card. For the Explain portion, you'll invite students to gather in a circle to share their findings from the Animal Environment Matching investigation. You'll use the provided questions to guide your discussion around the question, why do plants and animals live in different places? The goal of this class discussion is to analyze the data from the investigation to determine that living things get what they need from where they live. You'll use the discussion to create the Lesson 4 summary chart. From the discussion, students should understand that plants and animals have all the things they need in each of their environments. They are able to survive and grow there. This helps us better understand what lives in the rainforest. You'll begin the discussion in the Explain portion and complete it in the Elaborate portion. During the discussion, you'll show students the rainforest, forest, and desert posters from the kit and post the resource vocabulary card. During the Elaborate portion, you'll use the Read Aloud guide to read No Monkeys, No Chocolate. As you read, you'll build a model on chart paper displaying what living things are on the cocoa tree and how they get what they need to survive. You'll also post the System vocabulary card as you discuss the cocoa tree as a system within the rainforest. For the Evaluate portion, you'll have students complete the Environmental Model student journal page. Once they have finished, you'll ask them to share why they thought those plants and animals fit in the environment they chose. To support student sense-making across the unit, orient them back to the driving question board. Ask, did we answer any of the questions on our driving question board? If there are questions that have been answered, you'll remove them from the driving question board and place them on the summary charts. Use this as an opportunity to answer the section driving question, what lives in the rainforest? You can have students use the self-check form to evaluate their own learning in this section. This is an instructional tool that can be used as a metacognitive practice for students to reflect on their learning, express their engagement and excitement levels for the topics they have learned so far. This tool will also allow students to reflect on their science identities and community. By the end of this lesson, students will have used a model to show that living things get what they need from the places they live. In the next section, students will begin to focus on the problem of the rainforest being cut down and think about solutions. For more information about this unit, visit myscipartners.com.